What if the brightest lights never really fade? In 2009, we said goodbye to stars who gave us laughter, strength, and timeless beauty. Their stories remind us that even when life ends, art keeps the soul alive. Each smile, each song, each moment on screen, still whispering through time. Tonight on Celebrity Tribute Hub, we honor the legends we lost in 2009, whose memories continue to shine forever. Marilyn Monroe was more than beauty. She was mystery, magic, and emotion. Born June 1, 1926, she became a symbol of Hollywood glamour through Some Like It Hot and Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. Behind her dazzling smile was a woman searching for peace. On August 4, 1962, at only 36, she passed away from a barbiturate overdose in Los Angeles. Her life was brief but unforgettable. Even today, Marilyn's name glows across time. A timeless reflection of vulnerability, desire, and the price of fame. Audrey Hepburn brought grace to every frame. Born May 4, 1929, she captured hearts with her roles in Breakfast at Tiffany's and Roman Holiday. Beyond her elegance on screen, Audrey devoted her life to kindness, serving as a UNICEF ambassador for children in need. Her quiet strength and compassion made her beauty eternal. On January 20, 1993, at age 63, she passed away after a battle with appendix cancer. Audrey Hepburn remains a beacon of empathy and poise, proof that true elegance begins in the heart. James Dean lived fast, loved deeply, and changed cinema forever. Born February 8, 1931, he became an icon through Rebel Without a Cause and East of Eden. His emotion felt real. His silence spoke volumes. On September 30, 1955, at only 24, he died in a tragic car crash, leaving behind a legend of youth and rebellion. Though his career was short, his influence endures across generations. James Dean remains forever young. The restless dreamer whose fire still burns in the hearts of all who dare to feel. Frank Sinatra's voice carried emotion like no other. Born December 12, 1915, he rose from humble beginnings to global stardom, with songs like My Way and Fly Me to the Moon. His charm and charisma extended to the silver screen in From Here to Eternity, earning him both respect and admiration. On May 14, 1998, at age 82, Sinatra passed away from a heart attack. Yet his voice still lingers, smooth, soulful, and timeless. Frank Sinatra left not just music, but a legacy that defines cool for every generation. Marlon Brando changed acting forever. Born April 3, 1924, he gave the world unforgettable performances in A Streetcar Named Desire and The Godfather. His intensity, his realism, and his refusal to conform made him one of cinema's true revolutionaries. Behind the fame was a man who sought truth over perfection. On July 1, 2004, at 80, Brando passed away from respiratory failure. His legacy still shapes the art of performance, reminding every actor that honesty, not glamour, is what makes a story live forever. Elizabeth Taylor shined with rare beauty and strength. Born February 27, 1932, she became one of Hollywood's most celebrated stars through Cleopatra and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Her violet eyes captured the world, but her heart led her to humanitarian causes, especially AIDS awareness. On March 23, 2011, at age 79, she passed away from congestive heart failure. Yet her brilliance remains, not just in film, but in kindness and courage. Elizabeth Taylor's legacy reminds us that true beauty lives in compassion, and legends never fade. Grace Kelly lived a story too beautiful for fiction. Born November 12, 1929, she graced screens in Rear Window and To Catch a Thief before leaving Hollywood to become Princess of Monaco. Her poise, elegance, and dignity enchanted millions around the world. On September 14, 1982, at 52, she died tragically in a car crash following a stroke. Yet her grace never left this world. It lingers in every photograph, every memory. Grace Kelly remains a symbol of timeless refinement and gentle strength, loved across generations. Cary Grant was charm personified. Born January 18, 1904, he redefined sophistication with roles in North by Northwest and An Affair to Remember. Behind his smooth confidence was a man of depth and humor, beloved by fans and peers alike. On November 29, 1986, at 82, he passed away from a stroke, leaving the world quieter but forever inspired. Cary Grant's name became a synonym for elegance, proof that class is not about wealth or fame, but the grace one leaves behind. John Wayne stood tall as the embodiment of courage. Born May 26, 1907, he ruled Western cinema through Stagecoach and True Grit, earning admiration for his strength both on and off the screen. His deep voice and steady presence made him a symbol of honor and resilience. On June 11, 1979, at 72, he passed away from stomach cancer. Yet, the Duke remains a legend, a reminder that real heroes aren't flawless, but fearless, and their stories ride on through time and memory. Humphrey Bogart gave Hollywood its cool. Born December 25, 1899, he starred in unforgettable classics like Casablanca and The Maltese Falcon, becoming the ultimate symbol of rugged charm. His quiet intensity and dry wit made him a favorite among audiences who craved authenticity. On January 14, 1957, at 57, Bogart passed away from esophageal cancer. But his legacy lives on, in every noir shadow and every line that speaks of love and loss. Humphrey Bogart remains the voice of timeless sophistication and cinematic soul. Ingrid Bergman defined grace through every role she played. Born August 29, 1915, she became immortal through Casablanca and Anastasia, her performances filled with sincerity and strength. She brought elegance to emotion, turning vulnerability into art. Even when her life faced challenges, her spirit never dimmed. On her 67th birthday, August 29, 1982, Ingrid passed away from breast cancer. Yet her image remains untouched by time, pure, poised, and full of light. Ingrid Bergman's legacy reminds us that beauty is not perfection. Its truth shared through every heartfelt glance. Gene Kelly danced like joy itself. Born August 23, 1912, he transformed cinema with his creativity in Singin' in the Rain and An American in Paris. His every move carried energy, his smile pure magic. Kelly didn't just dance, he told stories with motion, blending athleticism and art into one. Behind the lights, he remained humble, dedicated to the craft he loved. On February 2, 1996, at 83, he passed away from complications after strokes. Gene Kelly's rhythm still echoes, reminding us that happiness itself can dance across generations. Fred Astaire turned movement into poetry. Born May 10, 1899, he became the gold standard of elegance with films like Top Hat and Swing Time. His effortless grace made the impossible look easy, inspiring dancers and dreamers for generations. Off-screen, he was modest, always crediting his partners for shared success. On June 22, 1987, at 88, he passed away from pneumonia. Yet his steps remained timeless, light, precise, and full of soul. Fred Astaire taught the world that true artistry isn't in perfection, but in joy that never stops moving. Bette Davis had eyes that saw straight through the soul. Born April 5, 1908, she redefined acting with fearless performances in All About Eve and Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Known for her strength and fire, she became the symbol of independence in an industry ruled by glamour. On October 6, 1989, at 81, she passed away from breast cancer. leaving behind one of Hollywood's most powerful legacies. Bette Davis proved that real beauty lies in courage. The courage to be bold, different, and unforgettable. Lucille Ball made the world laugh when it needed it most. Born August 6, 1911, she revolutionized comedy through I Love Lucy, blending humor with heart in ways never seen before. Her timing was impeccable, her presence magnetic, her laughter contagious. Behind the red hair and mischief was a visionary who changed television forever. On April 26, 1989, at 77, she passed away from an aortic aneurysm. Yet her laughter still fills homes worldwide. Lucille Ball remains the queen of comedy, forever proving that joy is the truest legacy. Kirk Douglas was the face of courage and resilience. Born December 9, 1916, he fought his way from poverty to Hollywood greatness with unforgettable roles in Spartacus and Paths of Glory. His determination, both on and off screen, defined strength through struggle. Even after a stroke later in life, he continued inspiring others with his spirit. On February 5, 2020, at 103, he passed away of natural causes, closing a century-long journey of greatness. Kirk Douglas's legacy stands as proof that true power lies not in fame, but in perseverance. Clark Gable was Hollywood's king, confident, charming, and unforgettable. Born February 1, 1901, he captured hearts with Gone with the Wind and It Happened One Night. His deep voice and effortless charisma made him the ideal leading man of his era. Behind the image was a humble man who loved his craft deeply. On November 16, 1960, at 59, he passed away from a heart attack, leaving an empty space in cinema's heart. Clark Gable remains the golden standard of charm, the man every camera still remembers. Gregory Peck embodied quiet strength. Born April 5, 1916, he gave the world one of its most noble heroes in To Kill a Mockingbird. His calm integrity, both on screen and in life, made him more than a movie star. He was a moral compass for generations. On June 12, 2003, at 87, he passed away from bronchopneumonia. His presence, his voice, his values still echo through time. Gregory Peck's legacy teaches us that real greatness doesn't shout. It speaks softly, truthfully, and forever from the heart. Rock Hudson was charm and compassion combined. Born November 17, 1925, he became a beloved star through Giant and Pillow Talk, winning hearts with his warmth and humor. Behind his smile, he faced private battles with grace and quiet strength. On October 2, 1985, at 59, he passed away due to AIDS-related complications, becoming a symbol of courage and awareness in the fight against the disease. Rock Hudson's legacy endures as a story of talent, kindness, and bravery that changed how the world saw humanity. Tony Curtis was wit, charm, and energy in motion. Born June 3, 1925, he thrilled audiences with his versatility in Some Like It Hot and Spartacus. His humor, his daring, and his smile made him one of the most adored stars of his generation. Off-screen, he was passionate about art and kindness. On September 29, 2010, at 85, Tony passed away from cardiac arrest, yet his spirit still dances through the screen. Tony Curtis remains forever young, a spark of joy and talent that continues to inspire. Natalie Wood was the embodiment of beauty and emotion. Born July 20, 1938, she captivated audiences in West Side Story and Rebel Without a Cause. Her performances carried depth beyond her years, tender, strong, and real. Behind her dazzling smile was a woman of quiet sensitivity and passion for her art. On November 29, 1981, at only 43, she tragically drowned in an accident off California's coast. Natalie Wood's brilliance still ripples through time. a reminder of how deeply one soul can touch the heart of cinema forever. Dean Martin was smooth charm personified. Born June 7, 1917, he ruled both music and film with effortless grace. From That's Amore to Rio Bravo, his voice carried humor, warmth, and romance in equal measure. Known as the King of Cool, he made life seem easy, laughter natural, and music timeless. On December 25, 1995, at 78, he passed away from respiratory failure, leaving behind melodies that still comfort hearts. Dean Martin's charm lives on. A reminder that true style isn't worn. It's felt through a smile and a song. Jerry Lewis turned laughter into an art form. Born March 16, 1926, he became a legend with The Nutty Professor and his unforgettable comedy partnership with Dean Martin. Behind the humor was a man with boundless creativity and a heart devoted to helping others, especially through his telethons for muscular dystrophy. On August 20, 2017, at 91, he passed away from heart disease. Yet his laughter still echoes in every generation. Jerry Lewis remains the master of joy, proving that kindness and comedy can live together forever on screen. Charlton Heston stood like a monument of strength. Born October 4, 1923, he brought grandeur and power to epics like Ben-Hur and The Ten Commandments. His presence commanded the screen. His voice carried conviction and courage. Beyond acting, he was a man of deep principle and activism, standing firm for what he believed in. On April 5, 2008, at 84, he passed away from pneumonia. Charlton Heston's legend remains larger than life, a symbol of heroism, dignity, and unwavering faith in the power of human will. Joan Crawford redefined what it meant to be a star. Born March 23, 1904, she rose from humble beginnings to Hollywood royalty with unforgettable roles in Mildred Pierce and Sudden Fear. Her intensity and determination made every scene unforgettable. She faced fame with courage, always demanding excellence from herself and everyone around her. On May 10, 1977, at 73, she passed away from a heart attack. Joan Crawford's name still shines. A story of ambition, artistry, and the strength of a woman who refused to fade. Ava Gardner was fire and elegance in perfect harmony. Born December 24, 1922, she mesmerized the world in The Killers and Mogambo, her beauty fierce yet hauntingly human. She lived life boldly, loving deeply and on her own terms. Behind her glamour was a woman of honesty and depth, never afraid to be herself. On January 25, 1990, at 67, she passed away from pneumonia. Ava Gardner remains one of Hollywood's most alluring legends, a reminder that true allure lies in spirit, not perfection, and passion never dies. Bing Crosby's voice became the soundtrack of peace. Born May 3, 1903, his songs like White Christmas and Swinging on a Star comforted millions through war and joy alike. He also shone on screen in Going My Way, blending warmth with humility. His gentle tone carried the feeling of home. On October 14, 1977, at 74, Crosby passed away from a heart attack while doing what he loved most, playing golf. His legacy still sings through time. Bing Crosby remains the calm voice of comfort, nostalgia, and grace. Doris Day radiated sunshine wherever she went. Born April 3, 1922, she charmed the world with Pillow Talk and Calamity Jane, her smile bringing hope and happiness to millions. Her voice, soft and sincere, became the sound of joy itself. Off-screen, she dedicated her later life to animal welfare, showing kindness in every form. On May 13, 2019, at 97, she passed away from pneumonia. Doris Day's legacy glows gently, a timeless reminder that optimism and compassion can make the world brighter with just one song and smile. William Holden was intensity wrapped in quiet charm. Born April 17, 1918, he gave unforgettable performances in Sunset Boulevard and The Bridge on the River Kwai, his realism redefining Hollywood acting. Behind the spotlight, he lived humbly, a man of honesty and passion for nature. On November 12, 1981, at 63, he tragically died from injuries after a fall, a life ended too soon. Yet his performances remain alive, raw, and moving. William Holden's name still carries weight, proof that authenticity on screen never truly fades away. Yul Brynner was power and presence incarnate. Born July 11, 1920, he became immortal in The King and I and the Magnificent Seven. His bald head, commanding eyes, and deep voice made him instantly unforgettable. He brought both strength and sensitivity to every role he touched. On October 10, 1985, at 65, he passed away from lung cancer. Yet his legacy remains carved in the heart of cinema. Yul Brynner taught the world that true greatness lies in confidence and in leaving every stage with dignity. Though they left this world, their voices still echo in every melody, every film, every heart they touched. These stars gave us memories that time cannot erase. As we remember those we lost in 2009, may their light remind us to live with passion, kindness, and purpose. Thank you for watching Celebrity Tribute Hub. Like, share, and subscribe to keep their stories alive for generations to come.